Hey everybody, this is Chris Lamm and it's market update for the month of December. I cannot believe we're already at the end of the year. It's been an incredible year. Lots of challenges, but lots of great things happening as well. And I hope that you and your family are doing well. Well, we're going to jump right in. So right now, as we head into 2022, everyone's wondering what's going to happen. And I'm just going to give a little bit of information that I've learned over the last few weeks. The truth is that no one can predict any market. No one really knows what's going to happen. And anyone that says they do, you should probably run because there's a lot of things that can happen that no one can control. But the one thing we know for sure is that inflation is a real threat to our economy. The Federal Reserve finally came out and admitted that. And as a result of that, they could accelerate some of their plans to rise the federal interest rates, which will cause some different changes in the markets, the stock market and also the bond market, which may make interest rates go up. We also are seeing some indications of a weak economy. We are seeing jobs are lower than they should be during the holidays right now. We're still seeing a lot of people on unemployment, and we're still having supply chain issues. And so the last thing is this new variant from COVID and the more variants that could come after this. COVID is not behind us, and we all know that. And so 2022 is most likely, from everything I'm reading, going to be a little bit of a mixed bag when it comes to housing, interest rates, etc. I think there's definitely going to be a geographical difference. Some areas where we have migrations of people moving to or moving from could see their housing markets affected on a local level differently. For example, Tennessee right now is probably one of the hottest states in America. It's kind of the new Idaho. It's what Idaho was, 10 years ago. A lot of people moving into that area. But even up here in Redding, now I do loans all over the country. And for those of you that watch this, just so you know, I am licensed in many states. But I do most of my business in California, specifically Northern California. And we are seeing a really cool trend in Redding of a lot of people that are still moving into Redding, businesses coming into Redding, and that is going to have an impact on our local market, even if the rest of the market has a trend next year up or down. So we'll be watching that for sure. Now let's talk about interest rates. Mortgage rates right now are continuing to rise. They're solid half a point higher than they were a year ago. They're still really good. They're in the low threes, depending on the type of loan you're doing. They might even be in the high twos. And as we head forward to next year, it's really anyone's guess of what's going to happen. There's going to be one of two, or I would say three outcomes. Either we will continue to see sort of a slow trend upwards and we might settle in the mid to high threes next year, or we could see some volatility. Let's just say that one of these COVID variants doesn't work with vaccinated people, or let's say that inflation really becomes hyperinflation. The markets could move dramatically. We could see the Federal do some drastic moves. Those things could make rates go up by a lot, or they could also drop dramatically. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw all-time low interest rates yet again next year. So that's something we're going to continue to be updating you with right now. Now, for most people that are buying a house in Shasta County, anywhere in California or throughout the rest of the country right now, because of rates still being low, they are still finding good buys. And if you were to compare what it would cost to rent a house in most markets to what it would be to own a house, if you take into consideration the tax write-off and all the other benefits of owning, most people, when they look at those two options on paper, are still deciding that buying a house makes sense. Yes, even at these prices, it still makes sense when you compare it to the idea of renting, which is why so many people are doing it. So that's kind of in a general thing of what we're looking at next year in 2022. I want to just wish you and your family a Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for all of those that have supported me this last year and beyond, and done business with us and referred your friends and family with us. We literally did 95% referral last year. We don't have to advertise because we just have such a great community that supports us. So thank you so much. We're very grateful. I do wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And if there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. Thanks.